Alright, hey guys, Only Gamer here, back on another video, and it's time once again to show you guys some of my online game pickups. Basically, this is everything I brought on eBay throughout June and July, and just like the last episode, there isn't really a whole lot to go over in this video, and that's mainly due to budget. I mean, I only really get paid like a certain amount every month, so I kind of need to be, kind of cautious with what I buy, and it doesn't help that a lot of stuff I want happens to be really expensive. So yeah, so not a lot to go over in this video, but I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. And another thing as well, before we do start this video, I just want to say real quick, in case you guys haven't noticed, we just hit 5k subscribers on the channel, which is just fucking mental. I never thought I'd ever get to this point, honestly. So thank you guys so much. I was thinking of maybe doing a 5k special video, but I'm not entirely sure like what I should do for subscriber specials. So I was thinking maybe like a Q&A, which I know is what I did do for my 3k subscriber special. But yeah, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Like, would you guys want me to do like a Q&A or something for subscriber special? But yeah, just thank you guys so much for the support. It's just been absolutely insane, already halfway to 10k. So yeah, again, just thank you to everyone who's watched the videos throughout the years, especially of course the people who have subscribed, all 5,000 of you. I love you all. But anyway, so let's get on with the actual pickup, shall we? So starting things off, we have a game that I wanted for a really long time, that I tried looking for when I last went to CEX, which was back in April now. But I couldn't find it there, so I decided to ultimately buy it on eBay, and that is Top Spin 4 for the Xbox 360. Now, I mainly wanted this because it was the only Top Spin game I didn't already own. I have the first one for the PS2 and the original Xbox, got Top Spin 2 for the 360, Top Spin 3 for the 360, and 4 was the only one I was missing until fairly recently, because the new one came out at the end of April, Top Spin 2K25, which I do want to get. I want to get it for PS4, but I'm just kind of waiting for like the price to go down a little bit more. I mean, like some places like Smith's, for example, I don't know if they still have it now, but I know for a time you could get it for like £30 at Smith's. But yeah, but Top Spin 4 was a game I wanted for a really, really long time. I really do like the Top Spin games, even though me personally, I've kind of been more of a fan of Virtua Tennis, which is a lot more arcadey compared to Top Spin, which is more like simulation. So kind of like think of it in a way, like Virtua Tennis is kind of like Tony Hawk, and Top Spin's kind of like Skate, just think of it kind of that way. And I'm happy to finally grab it. I got this for about £3.50, I think, and it is complete in beautiful condition. So yeah, I'll be honest, I actually haven't played it at all yet, because I kind of need to be in like the right mood to play a tennis game, and I just haven't really had like the craving for one. I mean, I do want to play the new Top Spin, but like I said, I'm kind of waiting for the price to get a little bit lower, like find it for around like 20-25 quid, then I'll probably get it, because I didn't want to spend like 70 or anything when the game first came out, so that's why I didn't like pre-order it. But yeah, so Top Spin 4, happy to have this in the collection, and I just need to get the new game, and then I'll have every Top Spin finally. So yeah. Alright, and then next up, this is a game that I actually already owned for a couple years now, but I had to buy another copy of it because my one, the disc didn't work because it was really scratched up, and that's Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam for the PS2. So yeah, so I initially brought a copy of this game on eBay, again, about 2 years ago now. I think I even showed it off in like the very first episode of this series. And ultimately, like if you saw that video, you would know that the copy that I brought, the disc unfortunately didn't work because it was really, really scratched up. So yeah, so I had to buy another copy of it. I would have brought just disc only because I didn't need to have like like the case and manual again, but I just couldn't find any disc only listings for sale, so I had to buy a whole nother copy. But it was cheap, thankfully. This cost me like £4. My original copy I still do have down here actually, so this is my original one. And yeah, and basically what I did was that I swapped the discs out. So this was the copy that I got recently, and I just swapped the disc out between the two. So now my original copy has the Beck Edition disc in it. So just quickly show you. Yeah, there it is. Looks much, much better than the other one. And then the scratch disc that didn't work is inside of this one. Just to show you. Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to show up, but yeah, this one was really, really scratched up. It just wouldn't play at all. So yeah, so basically I just swapped the discs. Yeah, I'm probably gonna just sell this copy or something. Although I'm not entirely sure if I can because it doesn't work, so I don't know. But yeah, so I brought another copy of Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam to replace the scratch disc I had in my original one. So now I have a fully working copy of Downhill Jam, and then this one I just need to get rid of. So yeah. So that was that. And I also did the same thing for another game, which I also had to replace the disc because it was scratched. And it came in a blank PS2 case. And that is MTX Moto Tracks. Yeah, so just like with Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam, MTX Moto Tracks was also another game that I had for a couple years, and it was the same thing. I bought it cheap off eBay, and the disc for it didn't work. But now, I have a disc for it that does work. So yeah, and the same thing with Downhill Jam, I just swapped the discs out between the two. Yeah, so I haven't actually tested this out yet, but I know that the disc is in much better condition compared to my original disc, which is in here, which is, again, so scratched up that didn't work. So I had to buy another one. So now all my PS2 games thankfully work. You know, Downhill Jam and MTX were the only two that didn't because they were so scratched up. But now finally I have fully working copies of both games. And again, just like with the other Downhill Jam, I need to sell this as well. Yeah, it didn't come with like the cover art or manual or anything. It literally just came with the disc inside of a blank PS2 case. If anyone wants these, I mean, do keep in mind they don't work. But if you do for whatever reason, then just let me know, I guess, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with these. But yeah, so I bought those, even though there were games I already owned before, but like I said, I needed new copies of. Moving on, the next game I actually showed off in my last video, if you guys saw, my Sega Mega Drive and Genesis game collection video, and that is of course Sonic 3. So like I mentioned in that video, I am trying to get all the Sonic games complete in box for the Mega Drive, which is going to be quite the task because the remaining like 2 or 3, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get Sonic Compilation or Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I'm mainly focused on just like the main Sonic games. So I think I'm only going to get Sonic & Knuckles and Sonic 3D, Flicky's Island after this. But yeah, I finally got Sonic 3. This was a game I wanted for a really, really long time. So glad to finally have this. Yeah, it is complete, you know, which I'm really, really happy about. And I got it for a pretty good deal. Usually this game, complete in box, is around like 40-50 pounds. Like, it's really pricey. But I got mine for about 22, including postage. So yeah, so I got a really good deal on it. I have played it, and yeah, I'm just so glad to have this. You know, Sonic 3 is probably one of my all-time favorite games. You know, I absolutely love the original 2D Sonics on the Mega Drive. They're so damn good. And yeah, and Sonic & Knuckles is the next one I'm going to try and get, which is going to be hard. Trying to get that cardboard box in good condition is going to be easier said than done, especially for a good price. But yeah, I'm just so glad to finally have this because I've wanted this for a really long time. Really, really, really long time before I even had a Sega Mega Drive. So yeah, I'm so happy to have this. And then moving on from the Mega Drive, we have a GameCube game. Now the GameCube is a system that I'm trying to buy a whole lot more for. And I especially want to get more of the first party games because most of my GameCube library, which you can't see because it's right at the bottom here, most of it is third party, and a lot of the games I also have on multiple different platforms already, like PS2 and Xbox, like all the Tony Hawks and stuff. Yeah, so I just wanted to buy more of the first party Nintendo games on the GameCube because my collection's severely lacking. So yeah, so I went ahead and brought one, and it's a game that I wanted to try out for quite some time, and especially because the series is finally coming back, and that's Metroid Prime. So yeah, believe it or not, this is actually the very first Metroid game that I've ever brought. Metroid's a series that I've had a little bit of experience with, but not too much. I think my only experience prior to getting this was I played, I think, the original Metroid on the NES Classic. I honestly don't remember. I'm pretty sure Metroid was on there. And I also have the demo for Metroid Dread on Nintendo Switch. and that's it. That's my entire experience with Metroid, pretty much. But Metroid Prime, this is a game I've heard a lot of really good things about for many years, and of course Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally coming out next year, which I am thinking of potentially getting. I do want to get the other Metroid Primes before I eventually get that one. But I'm just happy to finally have this, because this is a game that has intrigued me for a really long time. And yeah, it is complete. And yeah, it cost me about 12 quid, which was around about how much CEX sells it for. So yeah, so it wasn't too pricey, but yeah, I'm just really happy to finally have this, you know. My first ever Metroid game in my collection. And and I have played some of it, and I haven't gone too far into it so far, but I am enjoying it. Definitely want to go back and play more. And I also want to try out a lot more of the other Metroid games. Some of the other 2D ones, like Super Metroid, I've heard is one of the best Super Nintendo games, and I've never played it. And yeah, and there's some others as well, but I'm just happy to finally have at least one Metroid game in my collection, you know? So yeah, I know there's a remaster of this on the Switch, but I don't know, I just wanted to get the original GameCube version because I'm a purist like that, I guess. But yeah, very happy to finally have that. Alright, and then the last game here, like I said, not a whole lot. This one I just got today, actually. I haven't even tested out or anything, because again, I literally just got it. It's for the Nintendo DS, a system that, I'll be honest, I don't really collect for anymore. I'm not really entirely sure why. It's a system that I just never really get much for it. You know, it's not like I don't like the DS or anything, quite the opposite actually. I have a lot of fond memories with the DS, you know, because I had one back in the day. You know, I had a DSi, and it was like the first handheld system I ever owned as well. And one of the very first games I got with my DSi back in the day was actually Sonic Rush. But there was a sequel to that game that I actually just never played before and never owned until today. Sonic Rush Adventure. So yeah, the sequel to Sonic Rush. I wanted this game for such a long time. This is pretty much like the only DS game that I was like after. I'm so glad to finally have it, you know, because I just wanted to play this game for such a long time, you know. I heard that it wasn't as good as the original Sonic Rush, but I still wanted to try it out, you know, because I do love the original Sonic Rush, and even the DS version of Sonic Colors, which is basically also kind of like a Sonic Rush game as well. That one was pretty decent. So yeah, so I wanted to check this one out, and it's a really good condition copy, which I'm very happy about, and it is complete. It's even got the Nintendo Wi-Fi manual in there as well. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this cost me £10, which is only slightly cheaper than what you could have gone at CEX. This game's 12 quid at CEX. Maybe could have gone it a little bit cheaper, but you know, it is what it is. At least I got a really good condition copy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finally trying this out, because this is a game I've wanted to play and own for a really, really long time, you know. So yeah, so extremely happy to have that. And yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, not many games to show off, and I do want to try and get more games, but you know, I just don't want to end up, you know, like financially breaking myself, you know. I just need to be like more careful with what I buy, because a lot of the time I do spend quite a lot of money in quick succession after I get paid. That's why there wasn't a ton to show off again, but some really good pickups. I'm really happy with everything I picked up. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And once again, guys, thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. Like, it really does mean a lot to me. I know it took a while to get here because I was on 4K for like a good 2 years now. It did take a while, but I'm glad we're finally here, you know. And yeah, hopefully we can eventually reach 10K. That's kind of like my ultimate goal, you know, is to reach 10K at least on YouTube, because I think we can probably do it. I mean, we're halfway there now, and if we can even get past that, I mean, that would be just fucking mental, you know. But yeah, so anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.